To the weekly follow-up session of eSIP module on UHV. So till now, in the previous days, we were discussing the content of UHV SIP modules, UHV module from SIP. So we are now today in the last session, sum up session. So I thought I'll go for the sum up after having a recap of all those 5 days. So let us have a discussion in between also. So first I'll be giving the sum up of all the, actually when we are conducting this student workshop, we'll conduct it as 6 days. So first I'll be presenting the recap of the first 5 days, and sixth day it is the sum up session. Then we'll go for the sum up session. So you will have an idea about the things from the previous session also. Okay, shall we start the session? So in the first session, when we discuss this content, I hope all the attendees in this workshop, most of you are teachers. So very first day, when we start with this SIP session, conduct the SIP for UHV module. First day, we'll do this session on welcoming the newcomers, and we will start with the introduction. First, we'll give an introduction about ourselves, then we'll ask the students to get to know each other. So in the second session, we'll ask them to write something about their explorations, aspirations, and concerns. Preparing a table. First table is about their aspiration. Second column is related to their achievements, and third column is related to their concerns. So from that exercise, we can place the proposal on basic aspiration. So we can ask the questions related to this. What is the present effort? Most of them may be saying that we are studying, we are preparing for something, we are practicing that. Then you expect to become something, expect to do something, and from that we can go for the basic aspiration, expect to be happy and prosperous. When the students start with this present effort, why you are studying, sometimes they may be saying that I want to become an engineer and I want to do that. Then we can ask the question, why you want to become an engineer, why you want to get a job. Someone may be saying that I want to serve the nation. So there also we can ask the question, every time we can ask these questions, why. And then someone may be saying that I need to get the money so that I'll be able to take care of my family, I want to make my parents proud. We'll be able to get all these answers, and at the end we can get this answer, expect to be happy and prosperous. From this discussion, we can bring their attention to the basic aspiration of happiness and prosperity in continuity. That's the basic aspiration of all human beings. Every human being is continuity of happiness and prosperity. The right way to proceed is to be clear of the basic aspiration first, and then decide the program to fulfill it. If we are clear about our basic aspiration, we can decide the program to fulfill it. At the level of implementation, there can be several ways. They may be thinking that it's the only way, when I get the job, then I'll be happy. But if you are clear about your basic aspiration, we can think about different ways that can keep us happy every moment. Sometimes if you are thinking that this is my favorite path, some of the students, they may be saying that I was looking for another branch, but I got this branch only. I was looking for another institution, but I got this institution only. I got admission in this institution only, so I'm happy. But we can, through this discussion, we can bring the attention of the students regarding this. Many times the favorite paths chosen by the students might be based on some borrowed notion or sensation, and they need help in exploring all the possibilities. So through the session, we can help the students to bring them to this awareness of basic human aspiration. This is the first session, second session actually. Then in the coming sessions, we will discuss about the program to fulfill this basic human aspiration. That's the third session, basic human aspiration and fulfillment. So there we can bring this proposal of priority order, desirable state, living in harmony, and the program to fulfill the basic aspiration. Right understanding as the first priority, relationship with other human beings as the second priority, and physical facility with rest of the nature as the third priority. So right understanding in the self and relationship with human beings and living in harmony with human beings, it will lead to mutual happiness. Right understanding in the self and physical facility with rest of the nature will be able to live in harmony with rest of the nature so that it can lead to mutual prosperity. So the program to fulfill this basic aspiration is understanding harmony and living in harmony in all four levels. Understanding harmony in the individual level, harmony in human being. Then the next higher level, harmony in family, harmony in society, harmony in existence. There we discuss about the values, need for ensuring the values within us. Then we can share these values with others. With right understanding and right feeling, we can ensure the values and share the values with other human beings. This way, it will lead to mutual happiness. When we are living in harmony in all four levels, when we are working with rest of the nature, we need skills. With this skills, with right understanding, if you are able to utilize these skills when we are working with rest of the nature, it will lead to mutual prosperity. So this is the program for fulfilling the basic human aspiration, understanding harmony and living in harmony in all four levels. If there is any question, you can raise your hand. I can provide you the mic. Then we'll have the discussion also regarding the content. Then we discussed about the proposals for happiness and prosperity. Students may be having different notions about happiness. What we usually say, the proposal is happiness is to be in a state of harmony. It's the state of being. I don't want to come out of that state. That state is happiness. But what is excitement? Excitement is, maybe we can call it as a short-term happiness. Like when the students may be saying that when I watch movie, I feel happy. But is it continuous? Whether you are able to continue in this state. When I'm eating a delicious food, I feel happy. But whether we will be able to continue in that state. So with these examples, we can bring the attention of the students to the difference between happiness and excitement. Are we able to see this proposal of happiness? Unhappiness is the state where I'm forced to be in that state of contradiction. I don't want to continue in that state. That state is unhappiness. To be forced in a state of contradiction. We don't want to continue there. Prosperity is, it's a feeling of having more than required physical facility. Not related to the quantity of wealth, because it's a feeling. I have more than enough. Why do we need more? If I have the feeling of more, then I can share with others. That means, with the feeling of prosperity, a prosperous person thinks of right utilization and nurturing the other. But instead, if I am wealthy, but still I am not able to see this, still I am not having the feeling of prosperity, I feel deprived. Every time I'll be thinking of accumulating more and more, exploiting the nature, exploiting others. So that's the difference between the feeling of prosperity and the quantity of wealthy person. We may usually say that though they are wealthy, but they are not able to see that prosperity in them. That can also, we can see many situations in the society related to this. Rich people, they are accumulating more and more. They are not able to share with others. They're not having that feeling of prosperity. But then also we can see that the people, they are not that rich. They are sharing the things with others. They may be having this feeling of prosperity. So this also, these proposals we can discuss, and then we can start the discussion with each levels related to the first example, first homework what we have given to the students. We were discussing these aspirations and concerns with the students. So we can start with their concerns and their aspirations at the individual level. So they may be having many concerns. So here you can see a list of concerns. Usually in the workshop, the students are saying many concerns. Most of them are similar, like coming out of stress, managing pressure of academics, time management, time lost due to illness, entertainment, too much use of social media, domination of one gender by other, pressure of placement, overcoming negative thinking, attending classes, peer pressure, temptations, anger, depression. So the students may have listed all these concerns. So we can inform the students through these discussions that we can help the students in resolving their concerns through the UHV proposals. Generally, what we do is we will try to address these concerns through piecemeal solutions. But here we can make effort for a holistic approach. But usually we can see that we may be making effort for personality development, stress management, memory enhancement, anger management. But what can be done? The basic proposal here is, basic issue is lack of right understanding. We want to explore the outcome of understanding the reality of human being. If there are some concerns in the individual level, first we need to understand the human being. Will we be able to live with fulfillment within? Will our concerns at the individual level get resolved? So let us try to understand human being, addressing the concerns in the individual level. So the proposal is, human being is a coexistence of two realities, self and body. Coexistence means both are existing. Self is there, body is there. So we can place the proposal by differentiating self and body through the needs, activity, need of the self, need of the body. Need of the body is we need food, water, shelter, clothing. All these are physical facilities. But what about the need of the self? Need of the self is happiness, respect, and in terms of time, we need food. But if you think about eating some delicious food or whatever it is, whether we will be able to continuously take the food, how it is. We need food for the body, but as and when required. I can eat 2 dosha. I can eat. I may be able to eat. Someone is forcing me. I can make it 3. But whether I'll be able to eat it continuously, need of physical facility is temporary. Are we able to see this? Need of physical facility is temporary. But when we see the need of the self, I want to be happy. What I want to be. That's the need. I, self. But do I need happiness only for some time or continuously? What do you think about this? Need of the self is continuous. And in terms of quantity also, I can measure how much quantity of food I am eating. Like what I said earlier, I can eat 2 dosha, 3 dosha, chapati. I can count the number. Or maybe I can measure the quantity in terms of weight. When I am drinking water, I can measure the quantity, 1 liter of water, 2 liter of water. I can measure the quantity. Whatever physical facility I am using, I can measure the quantity. Quantitative. And also I can see that I may not be able to eat the food in unlimited quantity. Are you able to see that the quantity of physical facility required is only in limited quantity? Do we need it in limited quantity or unlimited quantity? You can respond to the chat box. In terms of food, when we are eating, whether we will be able to, I can see the responses. Nice. We need physical facilities in limited quantity. But when we think about the need of the self, whether I'll be able to measure the quantity, whether the need is continuous or temporary, with respect to happiness, in terms of time, do I need only for some time or continuously? Yes, continuous need. Need of the self is continuous. But when we think about measuring this need, whether I'll be able to measure happiness, whether I'll be able to say that I need 2 kg of happiness, 3 meter of respect. What do you think about this? Is it quantitative or qualitative? We can respond. Yes. Need of the self is qualitative. Need of the body is quantitative. When we think about the activity of the self and body, activity of the body, we all are very sure, eating, walking, sleeping, speaking, all these are the activities of the body. But when we think about the activity of the self, imagination, thoughts. Are we able to see this? And in terms of the time, if we think about the activities, walking, I can I can walk for a long time, but I won't be able to continue this walking. Maybe after some time, if I feel tired, I'll be stop walking. I'll be sitting in some place. Then I'll be continuously walking. Then I'll be walking. But I need to take rest in between. I won't be able to do it continuously. Now also, I'm talking to you. Whether I'll be able to do it continuously, we are sleeping. Whether we need sleep. Our body needs rest. But whether we'll be able to do it continuously. So activity of the body, is it continuous or temporary? When we think about the activity of the body, we can see that it is temporary. Yes. But when we think about the activity of the self, activity of the self is imagination. Thoughts are there in the imagination. Is it continuous or temporary? When we think about, yeah, that also we are saying when we think about this activity of imagination, these thoughts are there within us all the time. Are we able to see this? You can also try this. Stop. Sorry. Stopping your thoughts for a moment, whether it will be possible. When we are sleeping, then what happens? Then also there are thoughts. Sometimes we are aware about the thoughts. We may be able to remember the dreams. But sometimes we may not be remembering the dreams. Sleeping and next day morning when I wake up, I don't remember anything. So I'm not able to see those thoughts. But the thoughts are there. Anyway, you can explore this, whether it is all the time within me. That means activity of the self is continuous, activity of the body is temporary. That was the proposal related to human being. Human being is a coexistence of self and body. Self is there, body is there. Both are coexisting. And their needs are different, activities are different. And in the next session, we started the discussion on different concerns, placing the proposals related to their concerns so that the students will be able to get it connected very easily. In session 5, we discussed about the resolution of concerns. So like peer pressure, anger, reaction. So these are the concerns. Students were listing many concerns. We want to be accepted by others. So this issue we can usually see among the students. When the newcomers are coming to campus, they want to get uh, mixed up with everyone in the campus. But there they can see a difference among their seniors and also their classmates. Everyone is talking, their way of dressing is different. Some of them are talking very nicely, fluent English. Their language is different. And the common method of communication also, they are using a specific kind of words. Their gestures are different. So the students in these teenagers in their adolescent age, they want to be accepted by others. Even the elders also, they are also having this feeling. We all are having this feeling. We want to be accepted by others. This become a part of the peer pressure. Even the other is the same state, asking for being accepted by you. All the students are in the same state. Everyone want to be get accepted by the others. So how we go about it? So usually, if we assume that happiness may be ensured by favorable feelings from others, we are not able to see the true meaning of happiness. We are assuming that we will be happy when we get these favorable feelings from others. We try to get these feelings from them by way of being ahead of others. We want to be noticed. I want to be noticed. So what I do in my appearance, I will be dressing in such a way that everyone will look at me and say that, oh, you look very nice. Your clothes are very good. And the language and your expression. So I will be using all these things so that I'll be getting this appreciation from others, right feelings from others by being ahead of others. And also seeking eliteness, behaving in the same manner as the seniors are behaving. Belongingness with a specific group. So in campus, we can see different groups. So they also try to belong to a particular group. They may feel that if I'm out of the group, I'll be alone. So seeking eliteness. So what will be the result? These two become the major sources of the peer pressure. They may be trying for this, I want to be ahead of others, or I want to be one among in any of the groups. So what can be done? We can make them understand about this issue and we can help them in overcoming this concern, peer pressure, and then understanding health. There we discuss the proposal on human being. Human being is a coexistence of self and body, and with self-regulation, feeling of self-regulation. Need of the body is fulfilled by physical facilities, and need of the self is fulfilled by happiness, respect, right understanding, and right feeling. Need of the self is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. And need of the body is fulfilled by physiochemical things. Body is used as an instrument of the self. If I need to do anything, I want to eat something, I, the self, will be giving instructions to the body, go and prepare the food. Actually, food is required for the body, but self will be giving instruction. Accordingly, body will be acting and body will be able to fulfill the need. Are we able to see this? Body is an instrument of the self. So what will happen if there is an issue with the body? If the body is unhealthy, if you are sick, one morning when you wake up, if you feel sick, will you be able to do the things? Maybe in your schedule, there are many things. I have to do this in the morning. I have to attend the meeting at 10 o'clock. I have to conduct the class. All these things. If you are sick, you won't be able to use the body for your activities. So what is required? Self need to show the responsibility for maintaining the health of the body. This responsibility of the self towards the body for nurturing, protecting, and rightly utilizing the body is feeling of self-regulation. So what is required? I have to protect my body. I have to nurture my body and I need to rightly utilize the body. Then what will be the result? Body acts according to the self. Parts of the body are in harmony. This is the state of a healthy body. If you are sick, you won't be able to do anything according to the wish of yourself. But if you are healthy, your body will act according to the instructions of the self. So what is required? Parts of the body need to be in harmony. This is the healthy situation. So self need to show the responsibility towards the body. That is known as feeling of self-regulation. So there in that session, we also discussed about the program for staying healthy. There we discussed about the priority order also. We have to take care of the intake and daily routine. That's the first priority. The intake means air, water, sunlight, food through all the sense organs, whatever we are getting. That's the intake. And our daily lifestyle, labor and exercise. Body movements need to be assured. We can do exercise, but labor is more preferred. Along with the body movements, we'll be able to produce some physical facilities. So it has more priority. Then postures for regulating internal and external body organs and regulated breathing. So that's the third priority. Sometimes if our body is sick, we have to bring back to our body. This is not a desirable situation. So that case we can go for medicines. But mostly we can think about some home remedies to bringing back to our body to healthy situation. And if required, we have to go for medication. Sometimes we may need to depend on long-term continuous medication machines like pacemakers, ventilators in case of some accidents or some severe body conditions, and some kind of treatment like dialysis and all. So all these are the responsibility of the self for identifying the right treatment, right medication. So we can think about this, we can discuss about this priority order also. Intake and daily routine, labor, postures for regulating internal and external body organs, medicines, and treatment. So all this discussion, we are discussing their concerns related to the individual level. Now in session 7, we can discuss about their concerns related to their family level. There we will discuss about the feelings in relationship, starting with trust, so that we will be able to address the concerns related to anger, mistrust, fear. So through this small activity, we can bring the attention of the students related to their intention and competence. When we discuss this example, our intention is, our natural acceptance is, I want to, what I want to be, but my competence is what you are. So if I see my natural acceptance, I want to make myself happy and I want to make the other happy. But whether I am able to see the intention of the other person, my intention and the other person's intention are same. When I am doubting the intention of the other person, I can see that I want to make the other happy because it's my natural acceptance. The same way other is also having this natural acceptance. But with the doubt on intention, I may not be able to see this. That's the reason for mistrust. So this proposal also we can bring before the students. These two questions are all, this one is related to me the same way the other is this is related to the intention of the other person. So doubting the intention of the other, that's the reason for the issues in our relationship. With trust on intention, anger, that also can be a reason. Reaction is there. Anger arises when we are not able to differentiate between intention and competence of the other. Based on the competence of the other, we doubt over their intention. Once we have a doubt on the intention of the other, then instead of relating to the other, we feel in opposition to the other. All of us can think about this. When we are interacting with a person, there can be incidences in our life. We may get angry, we may get react. Why it happens? If you are able to see their intention, there won't be any reaction, there won't be any anger. We'll be able to understand the situation. Are we able to see this? Then what's the solution? The other is also a human being like me. I have the natural acceptance. The other is also having the natural acceptance. He is also similar to me. I am not able to make me always happy because that's my competence. The same way, the other is also not able to make him or me all the time happy. So that is not his intention, that is his competence. The other may be lacking in competence to fulfill their intention, just like the way I am also lacking. So what is required? I have to ensure this feeling of trust within me. With trust on intention, we feel related to the other, and then there is no feeling of anger. Any of you have any questions or anything? Kindly raise your hand. I can provide you the mic. So these were the discussions related to relationship. Then in the next session, we discussed about respect. By discussing the proposal on respect, the issues like lack of self-confidence, ego, depression, peer pressure, differentiation, all these concerns we were able to address. When we are discussing this proposal on respect, we can place the proposal as right evaluation. Right evaluation means evaluation on the basis of self. When we are evaluating a person, on the basis of the self, we can see that my purpose is, my intention is to be happy all the time. One moment. My intention is, one moment, just one. Yes. My purpose is, my intention is to be happy and prosperous all the time. The same way, the other is also having the same purpose. So our purpose is same. What is the program? Understanding harmony and living in harmony. That's my program. The other is also having the same program. That means our program is same. Potential I have this innate faculty of natural acceptance. Am I able to see this? So if I am able to gate my imagination in line with natural acceptance, that's my potential. Other is also having this innate faculty of natural acceptance. So our potential is same, but our competence can be different. So this is what we are saying when we are evaluating the other person on the basis of the self. Our purpose is same, our program is same, our potential is same, other is similar to me. What about the competence? We can see the difference. Sometimes the other person will be having more competence. Then what I need to do? I can seek help from the other person. If I am having more competence, I can help the other person. Are we able to see this? This way we can complementary to the other person. So that's the complete content of respect. Other is similar to me and we are complementary to each other. So if you are able to place these proposals before the students, it can help them in doing the right evaluation with respect to them and also to others, and can help them in improving their self-confidence. Yes. Yeah, related to peer pressure also, it can help them in overcoming the peer pressure. When I have the feeling of respect on the basis of right understanding of human being, I will have the feeling of respect for everyone, including myself. Then we discussed about other feelings related to the issues, interaction versus ragging. This we usually see in campuses. Cooperation, competition, gratitude and gratefulness, love and infatuation, all these concerns we were able to address through the proposals on other feelings. So we discussed affection. It's a feeling of being related to the other, accepting the other as one's relative. So opposition, jealousy, all these are indication of the absence of affection. So this is what usually happens during ragging when the newcomers are coming to campus. The seniors are not able to see this relatedness. These issues will happen. So reverence, the feeling of acceptance of excellence. Excellence is understanding harmony and living in harmony. So this is the feeling we have to ensure for the other people. They have the feeling towards the others, the excellence. They are working for their excellence. That is reverence. There we can discuss about this excellence and competition. When we think about excellence, if you are able to see that the other is like me, we are complementary to each other, we can work together with the feeling of relationship. We can help the other to come to my level. If I have less competence, I can seek the help of the other person. Operates on the basis of natural acceptance. That is definite. Right evaluation of oneself. Then there won't be any competition. I can see that relatedness with the other, and I will be either seeking help from the other person or I can seek help from the other person. So both of us are working together, complementary to each other with the feeling of towards excellence. But what we see in competition, I want to be ahead of others. I will be feeling that opposition. We are opposed to each other. There is a feeling of opposition. I want to dominate. I want to exploit. Operate on the basis of assumptions. So I'm not having this definite feeling. It will change all the time. Over evaluation, under evaluation. Reference is all the time the other person. I'm not self-referential. Relative, no definite completion point. So what do you think about this? What is desirable, excellence or competition? What is desirable? When we discuss this content to the students, usually we see that we may be saying that healthy competition. But do you think that whether there will be anything healthy when we think about competition? So what is desirable? With the feeling of relatedness, if you are able to see our intention, it's same, the other is also similar to me. Yes, we can see that we can work for excellence. Nice. Gratitude, it's the feeling for those who have made effort in terms of providing help in the process of my development. It is a significant feeling of in the development of relationship. We can see many people in our life. They have helped me in developing my right understanding and right feeling in me. When I think about my teachers, my parents, many people, they may have worked for my right understanding and right feeling in me. They have provided me the necessary physical facilities. So this is the only feeling where we'll be able to see the role of a physical facility. Then we discussed about the difference between opposition, affection, love. Affection, the feeling of being related to the other. I can have this feeling to one, to many, but love is the complete feeling, the feeling of being related to all. So there we discussed about the preconditioning related to love, common misunderstandings related to love. Excitement is confused for feeling. Excitement usually we get from sensation and preconditioning. Sensation, lust, getting from other, continuity is not possible. Preconditioning also infatuation, continuity is not possible. Usually we can listen to these comments, love at first sight, based on infatuation. So right understanding based on natural acceptance. The proposal is it's the complete feeling of being related to all, responsible towards all, giving to all continuity, continuously. Once trust, respect, affection, reverence, gratitude are ensured within, then the feeling of being related to all follows naturally. Then we discussed about society, about human goal, right understanding in and right feeling in every individual, prosperity in every family, fearlessness in society, coexistence in nature. Or we want to manage the current system. Instead of right understanding, assumptions, money is everything. So obsession for consumption, accumulation by any means, exploitation in individuals, domination, fear in the society. That's why terrorism and war. Mastery or exploitation over nature, we can see the problems, resource depletion and pollution. So what is desirable? We can work for this human goal. Then we discussed about society, nature also. With this, identified it in 4 orders. we can see the mutual fulfillment related with all the three orders. But human being without right understanding, we are exploiting the nature. So what is required? With right understanding, human beings can understand the mutual fulfillment and be fulfilling for all the four orders. So these were the contents we discussed so far. Just quickly, I'll go for the recap also. Just one moment. Yes. Are we able to see the slide? Slide on the sum up slide. Kindly respond through the chat box. Is the sum up slide visible? Yes, thank you. Yes. So in the last session, yeah. So this is the present situation without right understanding, working for physical facility with animal consciousness. Do we need this transformation? Right understanding as the first priority, relationship as the physical as the second priority, physical facility as the third priority. Are you able to see this as the desirable state? All of us are working for this humane society, right understanding and right feeling in every individual, prosperity in every family, fearlessness in the society, coexistence in the nature. Do we need this transformation? Kindly respond. All of us are working towards this transformation. So the purpose of education to enable this transformation, to help us develop to our full potential and contribute to a humane society. Are we able to see this role of education here? We are making effort for this transformation. Many of us are on different positions of these arrows. We can work more and more so that we'll be able to reach this desirable state. We want our institution to be a living example. All the stakeholders in the institution, we can work for that. So what we need to do? At the core of it, we want to be always happy and prosperous. We want to be healthy. We want to live in relationship in the family, friends, in the institution with every human being. We want to live in a just and equitable society. We want to have a conducive natural environment. There we can see the harmony in all the levels. Understanding harmony and living in harmony in all the four levels. We also do not want problems. For fulfilling our aspirations and resolving our concerns, we have to understand, ensure the right feeling in ourselves, and participate in a meaningful manner in the larger systems, in the family, society, and nature. Do we think that it is required? Do we need to work for it? Understanding harmony and living in harmony? There is every provision for this. Only we have to make the effort in this direction. We have to develop a holistic, humane world vision. So what can be done? What is the program of action? To understand harmony and to live in harmony in all four levels. To develop a holistic, humane world vision and the skills to live accordingly. We need both. To develop a holistic, humane world vision means value-based living along with skills. So what is the program of action at the level of the society? People's education program for adults, people with right understanding and right feeling, parents, teachers, and policy makers. AICTE is conducting many programs. Education Sanskar program for the children, courses in the academic curriculum. Now also we can see that this UHV 1 and UHV 2 is introduced, socially relevant projects. by creating the conducive environment, undivided society, universal human order program, fulfillment of the human goal we can conduct, we can achieve this world family, starting from family, family cluster, village, village cluster, nation, world family. So if you're working for this, if you're only working on this people's education program, minimum 10 years is required for one person. So this way, 100 years. So if you are able to work for the children, more better, 20 to 50 years. But if you're working in the society, most of us are involved in that, doing our voluntary activities, 10 to 20 years. So all of us can work together towards this goal, fulfillment of human goal. So with this, we can stop the session. Any questions? You can, any comments? Any of you want to respond? Quickly, we can take the reflection. Yes, nice. We have 1 minute at least, less than 1 minute. Any of you want to say anything? Today in the whole session, I was continuously talking. I didn't get any responses. Yeah, responses were there in the chat box, but we have to make it as an interactive session. We all are co-explorers. When you are reflecting something, that will help me also. All of us, all other attendees, they will be able to get benefited through your explorations. So better we can make it more interactive. Anyway, it was a last session. We are just completing it. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Over to you, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Deepati. We would like to have it more and interactive. Kindly be more interactive, and we meet again next Wednesday for the same. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Thank you.